So you are welcome to my class. The subject is strength of materials. The other name for the subject is solid mechanics. Okay. Before starting this subject, I must explain about what is mechanics and what is solid mechanics. Okay. So why do we study the mechanics? So what way is most useful to civil engineers? Okay, that we are going to explain. Okay, so first of all, what is meant by mechanics? Mechanics is a branch of physics in which we deal the behavior of bodies and the action of external forces. Okay, so here I said it is a branch of physics. You must know what is physics. Physics comes under science. What is science? Collection of facts. Collection of facts. For example, say this object is white in color. This object is having a required texture. Okay. This object is bulk. Okay. So this object it looks like brighter. So all is physics. Okay, it is just information. The collection of facts is science as well as interpretation of facts. Okay. Now coming to the mechanics is a branch of physics, one of the branch of physics in which we deal the behavior of bodies under the action of external forces. So I said behavior of bodies under the action of external forces. So let us understand a little bit more deeply about the bodies and the forces. So let us take up first bodies. Mechanically, the body is divided into two categories: rigid bodies, non-rigid bodies. Okay, rigid bodies and non-rigid bodies. Non-rigid bodies are, other name for that is flexible bodies. Okay, so but truly speaking, nothing is rigid in the universe. Everything is non-rigid. Got it? It's our assumption. So whenever you want to apply any theory to practical way, so we first assume. Got it? So unless you assume, you can't move further. For example, you have got bike. It's a new bike. Everything is okay. So you assume that everything is okay, petrol is there inside the tank so that you can start. Assumption. Sometimes it may go wrong, but you want to start, you have to assume. Okay. So here also we have to assume that the body is rigid and we analyze. Okay. So got it? So some assumptions are necessary. For example, you take engineering mechanics, which is a branch of mechanics. Okay, basically mechanics has got two branches based on the type of bodies. So one is rigid bodies. If you consider rigid bodies, other one non-rigid bodies. If you consider behavior of rigid bodies under the action of external forces, that subject is nothing but engineering mechanics. Okay? So if you study the behavior of non-rigid bodies, particularly solids, non-rigid bodies, the subject is called strength of materials, or mechanics of materials, or solid mechanics. Because we are studying the behavior of solids, which are non-rigid. Okay, so that is solid mechanics. Got it? If you study the behavior of fluids, the subject is called fluid mechanics. Okay, if you study the behavior of fluids, the subject is called called fluid mechanics. Fluid mechanics. What do you mean by fluid? Either liquid or gas, which flows, fluid, which flows. I told already, in engineering, everything is self-explanatory. You should have common sense. You should have common sense to understand. And you keep your brain in the class. That is most important. Got it? Okay. Now, if you study the behavior of rigid body, the subject become engineering mechanics that you already studied in your first year level. Got it? Got it? So now, this year you are going to study strength of materials or solid mechanics. Okay? Which we study the behavior of non-rigid bodies and the action of external forces. Now you understood the bodies, types of bodies mechanically. Now coming to the forces, what is force? Force is nothing but is a physical quantity when we apply on a particular body which changes its state. You have studied now Newton's first law, second law, third law. What is first law? Unless you disturb it, it will continue its position. Okay, simple term I am telling you. Okay, and what about second one? Force equals to mass times acceleration. Got it? Force equals to mass times acceleration. F is equals to ma. What is third equation? What is third law? For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. Got it? Is action is first or reaction is first? Action is first. Reaction is last. Now coming to the strength of materials. So this in strength of materials, we are dealing with the non-rigid bodies. Correct?
Yes.
So there, if you take up a rigid body, you apply some force, external force. What happens? Because the body is a rigid body, simply it will displace from one position to the other position. One position to other position. Position A to position A to position B. So this much displacement. This much displacement. Got it? So here what is happening? Two parameters are there. Rigid force and displacement. Force and displacement. Anything happen to the body inside? Nothing happens. Okay. Now we consider this one strength of materials, so solid mechanics. Okay, or mechanics of materials. You take a non-rigid body. If you apply the force, since the body is non-rigid, what happens? It first deforms. See, like this, it will deform. Then, if you continue applying force, then it will displace from one position to the other position. So this is a displacement. Okay. So here what are things happening? For how many parameters we have? We have three parameters: force, deformation, and displacement. How many parameters are there? Three. These are the basic three parameters. If you use these three, we can get derived quantities also. Got it? Like what are derived quantities? Stress, strain, work done, internal work done, external work done. Got it? Okay. So in this engineering mechanics, we have only two parameters, no? Force and displacement. Force times displacement will get work done and power. Got it? All these derived quantities. Got it? So coming to your subject, strength of materials, we are dealing with basically three: force, deformation, and displacement. These are the basic parameters. So we are getting derived parameters also. Got it? This is about introduction of solid mechanics. Okay? So other name is strength of material. Now underline the material. Okay? So if you want to apply engineering, there is nothing but technology. Where we apply engineering. Okay? Particularly as civil engineering is concerned, the technology is construction. What is technology? Construction. So for construction activity, what do we need? We need men, we need material, and we need machinery. And we have to manage. You have to manage. Okay? Man material machinery management. Man material machinery management. That is nothing but civil engineering. Okay? So we need what? We need man, we need machinery, we need material. Just we have to manage. Suppose you have got a contract. So you want to talk with the owner. So you want to kickstart your work. Then what are you going to ask to the owner? Are you going to ask money to the owner? What? So just ask him to provide these three: men, material, and machinery. Don't ask for money. If you ask for money, what happens? They come. They are going to cheat you. You get doubt. No. We are here to serve the owner. That's it. So we have to serve it. Got it? So nothing but man, material, machinery, management. Got it? Why men required? To start the work, to continue the work. And material is necessary. Without material, how can we operate? We can't construct now. And machinery to save the time. Machinery require tools to save the time. Of course, no. I told already. The three are very, very important for the engineer to fulfill. What are they? Safety, speedy, and economy. So safety with respect to utilization of man, material, and machinery. Okay, and speedy. So we have to complete in time. We have to complete the project in time. For that, we have to utilize necessary machinery. Okay, you have to check it whether to use the men or machinery. How much percentage men required? How much percentage machinery required to complete the project within the scheduled time? Got it? So that is about the management. Got it? But every aspect, every activity, you have to maintain the safety, speedy, and economy. At the end, you have to prove to your owner that how much money you saved. How much money you saved. What technology you adopted to save his money. Got it? That is most important. Understood? So now just underline the material, This material, our subject is strength of materials. So which material you are going to use? Either concrete or steel or wood or FRP or fiber, what it may be, or innovative material. Got it? So which, based on the requirements of the owner and based on the design requirement, okay, from the technical side, you have to fix the material. Whether it is composite material or homogeneous material, what material you are going to use. Got it? So whether the construction to take up is a cast in situ, or it can be a pre-stress, or it can be a pre-cast, or it can be a pre-engineered. Got it? That you have to choose from the technical side and satisfying the requirements of the owner. For that, you need to choose the material. For that, you need expert knowledge of the strength of materials. Okay? This is a need. Need is very important. If need is not there, mind will not work. Okay? So need is the mother of all development. Got it? So this is the introduction of strength of materials. Okay? I think all of you understand? Yes,